Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Investing Mode Learning. My name is Jay, and I'll be your host for today. So, you all must be wondering, what does the manager or the hedge fund or the fund houses do to get the right buy call or sell call? Or what do they actually look into to make sure that are getting the right signal to buy a stocks or sell a stocks and gaining profit we retailers are not aware of. Well, today we are delighted to invite Rayron from CGS International Research to tell us what do we need to do to gain this trading booster and unlock moving average. So without further ado, let's welcome Rayron, and the floor is yours. But
Thank you, Jay.
before So sorry, but
Yeah.
before we go into it, let me just share with you all a little bit on our investing note, whereby that can benefits to the trading booster later on. Whereby, as you can see from here, investing note is actually a social media platform whereby people can give their opinion on investment or investment related. But in the same time, we have the data and analysis that we can use to go and screen on these stocks in particular. For example, DBS on Singapore SGX, whereby we have the financial breakdown for you with the results and where does all their monies are being used into, whereby whether they're gaining profits or tax into it, even if all the reporting and earning without you have to go and look through one by one from the financial report itself. And of course, the earning per share and etc., heat maps, and most importantly, the top shareholder as well. Hence, without further ado, back to you, Raymond.
Hi, thanks, Jay. Actually, in fact, I was going to talk about the investing note web page actually, but nonetheless, I think I just want to go through today. So I don't think okay. So for me, right, unlocking secrets or this to me in the financial market, actually, there's no such thing as holy grail. My personal view is that there's no such thing as holy grail. There's no such thing as secrets all this. So it all depends on how you actually fine tune your ideas, fine tune your strategy and stuff like this. As long as you keep on fine tuning it, but don't perfect it and then optimize it back as a understand the psychological of the market, all this, I think you are good to go. And then I think for a start, I think for asset class, to understand to gain a very super long-term gains is actually looking at the equities market itself as well. Okay, so okay, so without further ado, I think I shall start first. Before that, I just want to see who can hear me loud and clear. Just type number one into your chat group, and then I can actually yeah, thanks, Zachariah, Isaac, thank you, Amir, thank you very much. Okay, so before I go on, I would like to say that this is a very, I would like to put out a disclaimer. Whatever I share today is just educational purpose. So whatever live chart I show you just now or something is not a buy and sell call. So if you really need a buy and sell call, seek your financial advisor and stuff like this. All right. On the side note, I'm actually in Hong Kong today, so I'm in my hotel room is viewing the harbor. So actually give me the motivation to do this webinar very strongly. All right. So with a beautiful view, you can see over here. I think it's blurred out. All right. I think with that, I shall start. Okay, so I want to go through the agenda for today. There are four main parts I would like to go through. So whatever we do, right? You if you go for anything outside, they tell you my moving average is the holy grail. My strategy is the holy grail. Blah blah blah. All these, right? And then I don't need to know about news all this. Please do not fall for it. All right. So you still need to understand what's the global macro environment. You need to come down from top-down approach. Be it whatever you do in life. All right. Be it whatever you do business, you do you do your job, career switch. You need to come from a top-down approach from a very big global and macro environment For example, if let's say you want to go to business, you need to, if you are doing in the consumer discretionary kind of FSMG, moving consumer goods, type of service, then you really need to focus on the global macro environment. All right, but today I won't touch on this because since we are on the topic of moving average, so I won't touch on this. But I would like to say, what's the recent macro, especially after 2 weeks ago, there's a strong meltdown of the financial market after BOJ high interest rate, and then the US is on course to cut interest rate in September. And why is it leading to? And then from this, are we looking at recession towards the end of this year, or maybe start of this year? So I'm going to share with you some charts that I have, and then to point out on this. All right, then after that we will go through moving averages. All right, I think some of you already know what is moving averages. Basically, there are two, simple and exponential. Some of my colleague who cover the US really love simple moving average, and he did very well. And then I prefer. I don't really use moving average. I use Ichimoku, but I use moving average sometimes to actually gauge to gauge what is it the real trend or not. All right, Ichimoku can do it. All right, so Ichimoku and moving average, what's the similarity? Actually, there's some approach to it. So there's some sequence, and then yeah, you can do it. And then the concept of moving average, not only using on the chart itself, but you can be using on MACD. And then this senior, his name is Jake. He inspired me to. He has this MACD that plotted a long-term chart. Because why I want to mention this because I want to give him the credit because I'm not the one who come up with this MACD. He gave me this, and then I come up with this stochastic. Actually, on this. So this stochastic, I prolong it. Uh, and then prolong the duration, the periods because of his idea on the moving average convergence and divergence itself. All right. Okay. So and then I will go stochastic. Always love volume. Love this book on by Calvin Holmes, volume spread analysis. I use his concept as a complement. All right, moving averages can be used on the volume itself to see if the volume is actually peaking or not. So lastly, I'll do live charting and FAQ on stocks. So I'll combine everything on this, and then you ask me on the stocks. We do this together so that you will learn, and then you can go in and then give the market. So my presentation slides will be very short. All right, and then I would like to do more on the Q&A part. I would like you all to be, to 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 participate in. All right. So any questions? All right. Please put in the Q&A box. Reason why is not because I don't like to see. I don't like you all put in the chat because chat or once there's a lot of things, it can get lost. So I may miss your question on this. All right. So first let's look at the macro environment right now. All right, are we in the recessionary fear or not? I think since 2 weeks ago, actually was it? Yeah, start of August, 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks ago, where the market actually have a very sharp fall. The Nikkei dropped actually more than 12% in a single day, and then followed by the Dow, S&P 500, and Nasdaq. And even the KLCI also dropped, one of the strongest one. SDI dropped as well. All right, but recovery, I think KLCI is better than SDI in that aspect. So a lot of things go on through. Are we looking at recession or are we looking at, yes, it's recession coming on. But I think that although this chart is not really that updated, but we look at that, the LEI is actually on the rising trend. So right now, despite correction down since 2022 onwards, we can see some corrective growth of the market itself. Right. So there's a possibility that there's a possible continued growth on it. So what is LEI? Somebody else. So it's called leading economic indicator. You can Google it. is basically they what this conference, I think is the conference board. What they did is they take 10 U.S. economic indicator, leading one, and then they aggregate, they weight it, and then they come up with the indicator itself. So it's a smooth out averages, and then weighted accordingly to give out a reading like this. All right. So next one, I think this yield curve inversion has been ongoing. All right. The fact that we have the deepest inversion of yield curve, and then then a lot of people like to say, oh yeah, it's going to recession. In 2022 we have our recession. We have our foot of recession, then all the bear porn star, they say, oh, we're going to have a meltdown soon, we're going to have a sell down soon. But actually, if you want to count a recession, actually 2022, it can be counted as one. Not because the chart says so, but it's because remember that period of time, there are two consecutive quarters of negative growth from the US economy. So when there's one or two, it's considered a recession, but they call it technical recession. All right, economy is not doing well, but 2023 we see a recovery, and who knows? And going into end of 2023, you can see that the Dow actually break new high, going above the 40,000 levels thereafter. All right, so back to the yield curve. So are we going to see any upside? Are we going to see any recession coming fast so far? I will say that the fear of recession, a probability of recession happening is likely to be next year, provided it accelerated above the zero line, just like after the inversion over here, then it goes up on 2018 pre-dot-com bubble inverted, and then after that it goes up all the way. Then you can see that recession highlighted and then highlighted. Do you realize that recession over this period and over has been shorter compared to in the 70s? All right, so there's a lot of things ongoing and such like this. Okay, so next one. Okay, so this is actually if you stack it up with the um, excuse me, sorry, I'm not feeling very good with my throat. Let me drink something. Yeah, okay, you can see that the yield curve have not uninverted yet and then broke up. So you can see that whenever there's a inversion, actually market goes higher. All right. Market sustain higher. That is only after it peaks, correlate, goes in the tandem, and then after that, uh, coupled with some rate cuts, and then and then some topish signal, and then it just fall over all the place down. All right, so that happens. So for now, until end of this year, recession is unlikely to happen. I would say that maybe a year more, then we can see that the recession actually kick off. All right, so next one, the next topic is actually rate cuts. All right, there's a lot of things like be careful what you wish for, because a lot of people like to wish, oh, rate cut is good for the economy, it will boost up the economy prospect. But actually rate cuts, on the contrary, it signal a weaker confidence of the Fed. So that's why it's not really a good signal for the equities market. In fact, you can see that I would say that .com, and then after that 2007, where Bear Stearns actually announced that on March 27, Bear Stearns actually announced that it's going to go bankrupt. All right, and then there's a possibility that that it might spill over the Fed cut rate, and then after that, followed by JP Morgan bought over Bear Stearns, and then after that, September 2008, Lehman Brothers collapse, and then it goes into a a year long of almost a year long of correction before rebounding. All right, so it happens in the COVID period as well. All right, so see that from 2018 onwards, when the trade war happens, you can see that the Dow Jones actually go into a sideways and then peak in 2020 before a correction down. 2019 September is actually where the Fed first rate cut was announced. Also that time, inflation rate barely reached 2%. So at a period of time between 2016 to 2019, there's a period of lower inflation and low unemployment. So people are spending, but it does not get the inflation up until COVID QE later, supply chain broke down, then it caused the inflation to get up again. All right. Okay, so then after that, COVID sell down. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's an orchestrated move. And then, yep, it actually lasted less than a month, and then it rallied, and then this one was a rate high, and then correction down, and then goes up thereafter. All right, so after that, this one I will skip, and then how from food because of the time, I won't go much in. But if you want to understand this, I got a series in where my company CGS International actually have a series called Trade with the Pros, where me, Kok Yao, and Seng Fu actually is the speaker. So you can head on, and then if you want to know more information, please email me or something or type in the chat so I'll share with you towards the end of the session later on. All right. So let's move on to moving averages. All right. I just want to touch on this a little bit more before we go into Q&A and live charting. All right. So moving averages. How many types are there? Actually, there are more than two types. All right, they are triangulated, they are weighted, they are geometrical. All these, but for simplicity's sake, we only going to use exponential and simple moving averages. But on the now on this, I would prefer a. Let me see. There's some screenshot. Okay. 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 Not okay. So I prefer to use exponential. Why exponential is because actually exponential provide a you will look at this multiplier and this action. All right. This is it will result in a more sensitive price move because it avoid the drop off as compared to the SMA. So it actually apply more weight to the current data. So what I mean by this is right. Let me erase this. Okay. All right. So imagine there are 10 periods, right? 0 and 10. Okay. Let's 1. Sorry. So 1. All right, 1 to 10. All right, so this is the 10 period moving average. And okay, so based on that, we got a 11, 12, 13, 14. It's still 10 until 20. All right, so 10 move out. Then this one, right, actually will drop off. All right, so means that this data is actually will not be included. But we think that because as you move on, right, the one time drop off, okay, two time, but the more you drop off, the more unsensitive it gets over. So it created more noise, and less become more laggard in a sense. All right, so I will say I would like to put on in. So what does the exponential do? So exponential will factor in this data and then do a weight. So this one is actually the weightage on this. All right. So Don't ask me about like if you want me to talk more about how EMA actually do it, the science all this, you can, but I think that it will take very long. All right, and this is not my purpose. And because of with all the technologies ongoing, I think we can actually use it to um to do it going forward. All right, so you can see there are some common use, golden cross, death cross, and then why this golden cross is important because what is the golden cross? It's actually 50 above the crosses above the 200 MA. Okay, all right. So and then first then after that will be prices must be above or the moving averages. So means that what does it mean? Means that once prices goes above this moving average, means that the stock is trending above the averages, means that the stock is have momentum first, and secondly, the stock has a strength and the trend to trend higher. Because there's a classical technical analysis belief that the trend is your friend, trade with the trend. You want to do bottom up mean reversion, you can, but the risk is there. All right, it might just move lower unless you see that there's a reversal of downtrend or this. So this one you need MACD stochastic to actually factor in to help you on. All right. Okay, so next one will be okay, so this is the fact that we're going to use. So what happens over here? So this is UOB chart. All right, I use UOB because this one provide a best textbook example. Okay. All right, so this one is the SMEMA. I use 250 and 23. Why 23 is because it's the I plus. Okay, normally it's 21 days, right? Average day is 21. For Malaysia, including public holiday, average is 21. Aggregation, okay, 21 days. And then after that, it becomes then I plus two to average out so that I get a better reading. So this sell off actually have a gap down at the top, gap down. So this is a consider a bearish trend, but it's still if you do a trend line, obviously it has been broken. All right, but it has not been broken yet. All right, and then it bounced off the 200 EMA, and then rallied again. But I can see that the strength of the rebound, you can see the number of candlestick it rebound, and then close above the gap. It might have a correction down, and then before going up on the upside again. So for this, I would say that still on the uptrend, on the major uptrend. Uh, but on the downside move, you'll be very, very much what do you call it? A risky because you might there's my chance to there's a correction down lower to around this level around like 27 $28 before moving up higher, and then we are nearing the September high. September normally is the seasonality there's a weaker season on this, so we got to be careful. But one thing that what supports the upside is I'll give you some hint is a default MACD, but long-term wise, there's a cross and down, negative histogram, all this, I won't actually buy UOB right now over the longer term period. I can buy now, but I will maybe buy 10% of allocation size to gun for a surprise upside. But nonetheless, I think I'll allocate more on the $28 level region over here. Okay, all right. Okay, so wait, hang on. Forgot to erase this one. Yeah. Okay. So I would like to take this chance to share about MACD as well. So what's MACD? So MACD by the name moving average. So this is part of my secret, so-called secret title, secret. Actually not much secret on this. So MACD actually use momentum calculated as the difference between two trend lines produce two exponential smoothing. So you can actually take picture of this. I'll spend some time talk and then you can just screenshot from your phone or take picture from this as well, or you can watch the recording. All right, the signal line used to produce trading recommendation is a 9-day of smoothing on MACD. And then MACD can be created as follow. All right, don't ask me. This is just for your reference. So if you are really a quantitative guy, just go look at it, and then you can maybe um, find out something. But once you find out something, please let me know as well. So I would like to know your study as well, because I be lazy. Okay, sorry. All right, so MACD has two parts. All right, remember? Okay, so let me just go out back there. You can see. Let's use the default one. All right, MACD. There's a first thing. There's this line. The orange line. This is the signal line. The blue line is actually a MACD line. All right, so the signal line is actually you can put it as a fact that it's a moving average upon a moving average. All right, so if it crosses at the bottom, it means that we are looking at potential reversal. That's why you can see that the cross over here, there's a upside on this. All right, okay, okay. Let me see. Is there any Q&A? Okay, okay. So let's move on. Okay, so look at MACD and then you can look at this and look at it. All right. Okay, so MACD, this is a basic signal. We can see that buy when MACD line faster cross above the line and then sell when MACD cross from above to below the signal line. So you got this one like this. So MACD cross below the signal line and then it means that it's a bad trend. Then you sell. Sell means not go short, but you can just trim your position off to lock in some profit. All right. Okay. So another thing, momentum indicators can then you look at volume. This one I've touched. This was yesterday, and then yep. Okay. And then these are the setting that you can actually use on investing note. This is what my mentor actually Mr. Jake Chow actually has this on. All right. So this is the one that he actually used it. I personally love it because it really give me a sign of when to look out. Okay, so you may say that, hey, but a bit lagged, how? Lagged. Okay, but I would like to capture the major of the major trend. So you can actually strategy. All right. Normally, I mean, you can use it as a reference. Everything you just use interference, confluence, correlation, everything. You can see that. Okay, let's say. All right. Okay. Let's say. Okay. Let's say. You see this one. At the top. Okay. Actually, it happened over here. Bearish engulfing. But you can see that when this part is actually, you can see that the volume actually died down first, and then there's a crossover on the shorter default period of MACD. You can actually start to look to trim your position, and then once you see there's a crossover at the top over here, you can actually exit your position totally, and then wait for a buy signal thereafter. All right. Okay. So this one is actually okay. So what's the beauty of technical analysis? All right. You want to be discretionary, like a quantitative high frequency trader, you can. So I can make this as low as 1, 2, 3, and then it provide a lot of high frequency trade. All right. And then buy, sell, when, buy, sell, when, pa, 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 pa. All right. That's what the FX trader in the HFT firm actually do it. All right. So you can actually, and then after that, you can use different type of indicator to stack up. Okay. Do I want to go long term? Do I want to go short term? Do I want to trade? Do I want to swing over the longer term period, or do I want to go over a period of 10 like? By the way, you can. This is daily chart. You can actually use on the money chart as well. All right. Okay. So next one. Okay. MACD. I'll touch that. Okay. All right, so this is what I've mentioned. I prefer to use 250 to avoid whistle and false reading, but it really depends on individual. You can actually change to 100 140, 10, all this, okay, you really have to go and backtest it, and then I'll give you a sense why. Because if you think about it, if you actually enlarge, lengthen the period, actually you get a smoother reading. All right, you don't get a lot of whipsaw and then pa, and goes all the way down. All right. So this is the one that I always like to look at it and see. All right, and then you need to tweak and then see what's your first setting and then complement with other indicators. It not necessarily need to be stochastic. It can be on balance volume, OBV. It can be, William% R. It can be blah, 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 everything. Directional movement index as well. So you have to see which one will yield you a better result. Okay. All right. So another momentum indicator. I know this one don't really deal with moving average and stuff like this, but it's something that I really like to use is this one as created by George Lane is in the oscillator. Um, very effective in using on FX to because range mark FX normally range. So oscillator stochastic actually is a very good indicator. So the two key things that I want you to note is this percent key and percent D. All right, don't care about these slow or fast. Not really that important. It's different from MACD is because MACD use the closer price um, and RSI, all right, because RSI and MACD, I believe, is from the same author, same creator. All right, stochastic, a bit like Ichimoku. All right, Ichimoku also high, low, and close, and then average on the period, and then this one no smoothing to introduce a lag. All right, so what is percent K and percent D? So this one will be my next one on this. All right, okay, so let me just go on. So you can read this. This one will be more for you. All right. Um, if you have a question, just type in the chat. If you raise your hand, I do not know what you want. So it will be good if you actually type in the chat so that I know what you want, so that I can actually uh onto you. All right. 美丽 yeah. Okay, or Shumei. All right, thanks. All right, I seen you have raised your hand quite a few times. I believe that you generally have a question, but you need to type in the Q&A so that I can properly answer you and give you a solution on this. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me just. Okay. So, wait. Hang on. Let me just check something. Okay. Great. Ah. Okay. All right. So for this stochastic, all right, will okay, so you can read all this. And then one thing I want to bring you is it's a bounded oscillator is 0 to 100 and then 80 and 20. So above 80 crosses above K% K and D crosses, it means that it's overbought. And then if below 20 cross and then it will be oversold. So there are three interpretation on this. So depends on are you aggressive or you are not aggressive on this. All right, let me see. Oh, cannot queue. Okay, sorry. Okay, I've opened the Q&A. So sorry about that. Okay, so please feel free to key in. All right. So if you see that there's a slight cross, if both K and D drop into the overbought and then you buy at a moment, provided with volume showing a very spike bar and a large bar down, and then stochastic drop into the 20 line, you can say that it's oversold, but it's not confirmed. So this is a very aggressive kind of trading. You buy on the spot. But if not, you do a cross, you wait for a cross. That's a mild level of aggressive. It means that you can buy. But the most safer way is to cross and break up and cross both K and D line, after crosses trend above the trading line, then you do a buy. So what I mean is that uh, this crosses is first thing, and then if this one cross above, this one it will be the better way to do it. Okay, all right, okay. Okay, so default setting is often 14.35, but I use 53.10, 53.11.11. I use 53 because of the quarterly price, or you can use 63, all right, to do it. Okay, okay. How come? Okay, so stochastic. All right, so stochastic I use there's a 53 and 33. You can see that from here. All right, this is the long one. Then after that, this standard 15.55. Then you see a crossover here. And then it just DBS. This is actually DBS, and then it rally. So DBS supposed to be at this price. All right. So you can do an aggressive trade, but because of this, actually I won't actually touch it. I think that it might be corrective on this as well. So yeah. Okay. So this is some example that I will use it. That you can use it. So I leave it up to your interpretation on the chart. You just reuse it and then backtest it yourself, and then you can know much better. Okay. All right. So last part. No, I think this is the last part. Volume. All right. So volume. This chart, please, screenshot this one. All right. I'll give you some time to screenshot on this. All right. Okay. Okay. So once you are done, please type in the chat. If you can let me know, you can. Are you done with this? And then before I go into Q&A and stuff, done. Okay, great. This is important one. When you trade, before the volume and stuff like this. All right, volume is this. Okay. Yeah. You see, volume, and then you can see that the trending period, MA, and stuff like this. All right. Okay, lastly, I do have a Telegram group. So, actually, yesterday I supposed to do a live stream to consolidate everything about the market, but on the SG market especially. All right. But we did. All right. So so I didn't because I need to prepare for the trip to Hong Kong uh, today. So I actually postponed it so till further notice on this as well. All right. So but please scan the QR code over here, or let me just see if I can open this. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I can join. Okay, okay, never mind. I can't access the link. Okay, let me just see if I can access the link or not, so that I can post the link to you. Let me see, how do I go in? Ah,
Yes, hi, Viren.
Okay,
I
let
believe
me see.
I believe you have shared the
Yeah,
Telegram into the group. Yes. So you all feel free to join two of our Telegram, whereby one is the one that's from Viren itself, whereby it has the CGS
yes,
CG is relevant to CGS. And another one is also, I believe you all can see, whereby it's called the Stock Market Buddies. That one is a general sharing of all the explore the global and Singapore stocks investment as well. So feel free to join this queue whereby you keep updated on relevant news or any technical analysis as well. So as we're going on, maybe we can move on to some of the Q&A. I believe there's quite some that we can look into it. Maybe we start with
yes,
something
that's
simple
right.
one. So from Maslan Yusof,
Yes,
that we have
can.
one. When do you use daily, weekly, and monthly chart?
Hang on.
Yes,
Okay, let me just. Okay, so I will just wait on. Okay, because a bit laggy now. So
no
share.
worries.
Wait, not this. Okay, I need to find. Ah, yes, I found. Okay, so let's see the chart. All right, from here. Okay, so the MACD chart. So okay, so Maslan asked. Okay, so let me answer the first one. That what are the key indicators to watch for when trading Singapore stock? How do trading signals in Singapore market differ from other major markets, for example, Nasdaq, NYSE, or HSI? In theory, they don't differ. There's only minor change. Minor is the amount of participant in the market. So if you read the market, every market is the same. Buy when it's trending up, sell when it's overbought, and then don't do anything when the market is below the moving average. Same thing. All right. Okay. So just now I also mentioned that the order of the moving average, right? So in order to have a very good perfect uptrend, right? First thing, the longer term uptrend must is over here. So the shortest one must be above the middle one, and then the middle one must be above the longest one. So how do we know that this one is which one? Like I think there's one Q&A asking looking at a chart, how do fell is asking which line is EMA 2263 and 252. All right, so actually it's over here. Okay, if you want I can switch off this one, or and then I go my default setting. All right. Okay, so do you see a very clear line? So perhaps I can open up a setting. This one you can find in your investing note chart as well. If you use the investing note platform, I believe I believe investing note also tied up with TradingView to provide the same level of service, right?
Yes, correct. So if you log into
Yes.
the investing node, you have the same setup itself.
Okay, so and then you can actually know it, and then MACD wise as well. So you can open the setting, you will know that which one is which one already. All right. So okay, so basically I answered the first one already. Okay, so when do you use daily, weekly, and money chart? It depends on your goal, Maslan. All right. What are you going to do it? So let's say you go to money chart. It's definitely a very strong uptrending market on this, but you may not need to tweak the moving average. But monthly chart, you just need to know where's the location of the chart is. All right. At the money chart, right, level. So like example, 2022, you can see that not February 2022, you can see that there is a large shooting star already. All right. This shooting star. So for this, right, you already show that price action. You can see that is actually heading down on the downside already. So would I want to buy further? Probably not. But let's say you go into the weekly chart. Yeah, okay. So first February 14 came down, but start of March you can see that it's a bounce, but it did not clear the higher, and then it come into a two wave correction over here, and then before going up onto the upside again. But if you look at the daily, all right. can see that start that there's some sort of like there's a crossover here after the shooting star came down. Just now what I mentioned about the gap down and then came up again. So what happened over here, right? Can be also be treated like what happened going to be over here as well. So if you see that the similarity, that's the reason why I don't buy. I prefer to wait out and then see what are the things that are we going to see on this. All right. So it is good. Okay, Maslan, is good that if you uh actually look at daily, weekly, and the money chart, see where is the chart. So for money chart, right? Normally you can start at the start of the month, all right. Before you actually go into then after weekly and daily. But if you go for, you can actually start from the weekly chart if you trade Singapore stocks, all right. All right. How MACD? Okay, so I need to change my my chart. How to use MACD with stochastic? Good question. All right. Master copy. Okay, so this is a Hang Seng Index. No, I'm not going to use Hang Seng Index. I'm going to use. Okay, give me a stock. All right. Anybody want to give me a stock? Singapore stock. All right. See which one. Type in the chat. All right. Then I can see which one you can actually go on it. All right. Type the chat. See any stock. Singtel. Singtel. Okay, I'll do Singtel. Singtel and okay, Singtel will do. Okay. Singtel, my favorite. Okay, so okay, Singtel. Uh, okay, let's see. Okay, so first up, ask you all a question. Let's start from moving average before I go in to look at the signal. Okay. Is this a healthy trend? All right. Remember what did I say about healthy trend? All right. The shorter must trend above the middle must trend above the longer one. So did it all goes in? All right, it did. Okay. Okay. So next one we're gonna look at it. MACD long term. Very strong healthy trend, but histogram is dropping, so bullish trend might be lacking. And then you can see that it pump up towards the resistance zone after a bullish flag. So this might be a bull trap. All right, what's a bull trap? It means that prices break out a new high but fail to sustain closure and then came a correction. Right now we see some weakness in momentum. Testing the 22-day exponential moving average, hoping for a rebound tomorrow. But if it cross down, I think I'm looking to long it at 280 or 264 going forward. All right. This may, if it break 280, it means that this is a double top, and then 264, 265 is actually a good level to watch out for as well. All right. Why is it so? Because the stochastic, has already seen oversold. Okay. Okay, let's see about how about this one. Okay, so MACD short term is down. All right, so it gives you a clue that we are looking at the downside already. So I'm coming from multi-prong angle to check out. All right. Okay, so you are seeing a downside. So stochastic haven't dropped out. Remember just now I said aggressive. And so if you are risk averse, you bought over here, alamak, I cut loss. All right, I cut your minimal loss, wait for a correction down, and then I gain to the upside again. All right. How about Genting? Later the Malaysian will kill me for saying Genting. All right, so Genting. Let me adjust for adjusted for data. Okay. So Genting, we start from money chart. Range bound, nothing much. All right. Weekly chart, range bound as well, but on the downtrend, you see it broke up below the 200-day moving average. Not a good trend. Okay. And then you can see that, oh, this is even worse. Death cross. Oh my God. You see a death cross over here on the daily chart. And then rebound, overbought, but failed to sustain a closure above the 50-day 63 period. And then came down. So this one, lagi more jialat. Lucky more was reject the 22-day moving average. Can see that stochastic is all the way down, haven't break out, weak, and then you can see volume. One thing, volume here, strong volume, right? Why? Because it broke above 20-day average and then it's strong, but it fails to have a very strong closure full bar. So whenever the bar and the volume does tak match, right? Tak match. Means what? The there's some manipulation ongoing. All right, so that's why it happened. Okay, and then after that, cross MACD is down all the way. I won't actually look at this stock. I will give this stock a miss. Not much action. Volume is not good. Stochastic oversold, but no signal. Everything. So in my checklist, this is not a stock to watch for. All right. Okay. So let me see which one. Okay. Okay. I've done. Yes. Dave. I hope this in-depth learning for you. Joey Chok asks if rate volume up means selling pressure is high, so is it indicator further stock price drop? Um, in theory, it is like that, but okay, see, all right, it means that all right, there's selling pressure, but it doesn't mean that it means that the stock on the day itself the selling pressure is strong. But you need to see which part of the chart it is. For example, this one is at the bottom, it goes down, but it rebounded, but not strong. All right, so I will say that maybe there's panic sell or not or what. So it depends on the volume itself. All right, okay, okay. Hope that answer. So how to use this indicator and catch stock before they fly? Okay, so one thing about indicators, right, is they are lagging. All right, you need to use it sparingly. You need to use combine with price action. Example. All right. Okay. So uh okay okay, this one I give you a high side. Route 11. All right, remember just now I said uh, over here the 200-day. So you need to plot out your support and resistance. All right, you need to know selling climax and then drop in volume. You need to know your candlestick reversal inside bar. Do you think you stand a chance? If you can, then you place a stop loss below at $28, below the 252 EMA, and then you gun for a rebound, short-term upside. How much? If you do this, what's the upside? 6%. All right. Okay. So how to catch? I know these people time the market, but sometimes timing the market is better than timing the market. All right. For moving average, 250, 10 better. Up to you, sir. All right. Okay. DBS. All right. DBS. Let me see. So DBS upside. Okay. You can see a crossover. Stochastic ROC is coming, but volume is not showing any strength. Okay, so the rebound is weak, so I won't touch. All right, it may just go up higher to $37.04 before correcting down. What are the support I'm looking for? I give you some side note. So if this, I'm looking at 31.35 actually, or maybe lower at $30 to gun for a rebound to the upside again. Preferably, I think towards the end of this year, maybe October period, I'm looking for rally already, or after the US presidential election. All right. Okay, so DBS I done. iFast, AI1. Okay, iFast, range bound market. You can see that 200-day, the 252, the long-term EMA is flat, supported, rebound, but volume is weak. First up, volume is weak. MACD range bound as well. Stochastic is down, so this stock is weak. All right, although it closed above. So this much more of a corrective trend, not moving. So I won't touch on this. All right, for iFast. Okay, Capital Land Invest, downtrend. Okay, so rebounded near the support here. Still on the downtrend, closes below. So I won't focus on this. May reach 267, 270 before correcting down. Support to watch will be $2.38. All right. If you can't go long, then go short. Depends on you, but I don't really want to go short because when you go short, you need to borrow shares. There's unlimited risk. So I won't. For me personally, I won't. All right, on do this. All right. Okay, last one before we end the day will be on SIA. So okay, so for SIA, this one, okay, crosses down. All right, closes went down and then rebound closer below the 252, and then buying pressure is weak because of the declining volume. Not yet everything is showing a bearish trend. So any rebound upside may see until 631, but overall you can see that it's still on the let me see. Okay, so if you look at here, it's very much range bound since the start of 2023 until now. Lower highs. All right, lower high. I use this. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Over the larger term, on the longer term. So I don't think that I will be focusing on this. All right. Okay. All right. So I think I think that's all for the sharing. Any questions? Please forward it. Please, highlight in my Telegram group or something. Every time I will post it online as well. Okay, so oh yeah, sets. Okay, so last one is sets. Okay, sets. Very beautiful done. All right. Some correction down. I will say that you can buy. All right, but I prefer to wait out for support over here. All right. Going forward. Okay. This one is much more like a continuation pattern. So it may just come down again to 286 before rebounding. But overall trend is up. Everything is up. Just that there's some oversold signal. Selling pressure is getting stronger on this. So you can still buy, but long term wise, I think 360 is possible. But there may be whipsaw going forward. So sets is actually a good buy. All right. My personal favorite. When you
Thank you
say
so much.
when a shooting
Sorry.
star, sorry,
Oh no no no.
sorry again.
I
Uh,
no, it's okay. I thought
okay,
we were towards the end, but maybe you can finish this up so that they can get their ideas on the set before they go.
okay. So for sets, yeah, is actually on the upside. Last question. When a shooting star occurs but volume up, indicating what? Indicating basically if the volume is red and up means that selling pressure is strong and that might be heading for a reversal. Well, I hope that answered your question, Joey. All right, so that's all for my time. I think it's nearing 9 p.m. and tomorrow
Yes.
is Wednesday, all right, midday of the week.
Yeah.
So I wish all a very good evening. I hand over time to you,
Yes.
Jay.
But before you go, I have me myself, I personally have a one question. It's like because now with like you mentioned 2 weeks ago, Japan have all this confusion
Yes.
happening in the stock market and everything. Do you think it actually the Singapore market is actually attracts them over to go get into the Singapore market? Because I mean people think the Singapore is one of the well known as more of the stable market to look into. And but you mentioned the set uh the the set have the Thailand market have not been covering very well, but I think the STI have been doing quite well on recovering as well, right?
Okay, so if you look at let me take a look at okay, look at SDI, right? Basically it just mirror what the banks is doing.
Yeah.
You can see that it's still going down, not much action right now. Basically, I what I fear is there may be one more upside to 3-4 before coming down to the correction.
Mm,
Okay, so there's a seasonality in play. All right, so normally, right, in in the month of okay, let's last year, right? Okay, let's go back to 2018, 2019 period. Maybe I use DJI will be better, but better call. All right. Okay, so DJI, right? Normally if you look at weekly chart, so so you can see that October, September, October, right? Period is actually the weakest month. It goes all the way down. Same goes into this period as well. 16 September onwards, it go into a correction. All right, this time around, 2019 wasn't that strong, but you can look at actually on 2020. I remember the first day of September, it dropped 1,000 point actually. All right. So when you look at Singapore stock market, yes, it's recovering, but you must play in the US seasonality as well. Uh, the equities market might be in a corrective mode, and then there may be a heavy correction going forward. So right now, you look at a chart, certain stocks is near the high, so I won't advise touching it. All right.
yeah.
So hope that answer your question,
Because
Jay.
yeah, because that's very helpful because right now I think everyone is very concerned or looking towards the rate cut and everything. But that
Yes.
we have to wait and see because that would be a huge effect to I don't not just the US market but all the markets entirely.
Yes, talks about the rate cut, right? Some it is right now, right? The market rebound, right, is because first of all, I think it's due to overhype of the selling. People
Yes.
panic sell and then short covering, and then people think, hey, nothing, yeah, just buy that. And then second thing, they might be pricing in the rate cut, and then when the rate cut, and when the rate cut actually announced on September end,
Mm,
market may actually reverse and go down. Based on triple witching, seasonality weakness, we don't know. And this year is very particular, is near to the presidential election. So this time round, the presidential election is a bit more like, uncertain. All right. I hope
yeah,
that answers your question.
yeah. Because you see, right now with I mean, everyone's looking into the presidential and everything, and let's say if the rate cut were to happen, some portion might flock towards the bond side, the US Treasury bonds, so because they things that there's a more the well known more risk low risk investment as well. But overall, I think this gives us a huge idea on how we can unlock this trading
Yes.
booster that can be useful as well. But feel free to join our Telegram that with Wayron and also the stock market buddy as well to keep you all updated on all the global and all the investment journey that help you to get the knowledge step by step. And now you have unlocked another journey as well. And once again, thank you so much, Raven, for helping us with this webinar. This is the second time in this year already, and we hope to have more Raven around because I believe most of our participants really enjoy having Raven around as well. And without further, that's all for us. Thank you so much
Thank you.
all, and hope to see you all again. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Bye bye. Bye, Jay.